Hey, what's up guys? So one of you asked me in comments what books should one use if you want to start studying Chinese from the start by yourself. So these are the two books you can use. You can find them on Amazon. I'll put the links down below. Everything here in Chinese, but you can see like it's called like Hanyu Jiaochang. Like this is the name of this book. And these were the two books I started learning Chinese with. These were the two books which made me kind of helped me to become fluent after like 3 months in China. And just a few words about these books. Actually, every one of them, every lesson in these books consists of 4 main parts. So the first part is text, the second part is vocabulary, words, vocabulary, and part number 3 is grammar. So they analyze the grammar patterns from the text. And part number 4 is exercises. I recommend you don't skip any part while studying using these books. And the thing I like to emphasize here is that you should listen a lot. So they have CDs here as well. So you should listen a lot. You should train yourself. You should train your pronunciation. You should read. You should read every day. You should record your own voice. One of the good methods I recommend to you if you start learning Chinese by yourself is just record your reading and just try to compare it with the original audio. Ask your Chinese friend what pronunciation mistakes you have. You can just give him your audio, your recording of your reading, right? So you can just give him your audio and send him like MP3 file and ask him what are the mistakes you have. Because guys, just don't misunderstand me here. The most important thing in learning Chinese is pronunciation. And the thing is that like tones is the most difficult things for everyone, and it was for me as well, because tones is so unnatural for us Western people to use while speaking. But I need to emphasize it right now, because pay attention to tones, guys. Because most of foreigners here, the biggest mistake they have, the biggest like unnatural thing they have about Chinese is their tones. So pay attention to tones. This is the tip number 1. Tip number 2: find a Chinese friend. And come here, if you cannot come here for studying here in China, just find a Chinese friend to interact with, to ask questions from, and just to practice your Chinese with. Because as we know, like there are Chinese people everywhere, and you can just find your Chinese friends in pretty much every major city in the world, like pretty much in every country. So it's not a problem here. It's not a problem if you cannot come here. If you cannot come to China, it's not an excuse not to start studying Chinese by yourself. If you don't have any friend, it's not an excuse to start studying Chinese by yourself again. But as quickly as possible, try to find a Chinese friend to interact with, because it's kind of the method I developed myself. It's called 360. So you should use textbooks for studying Chinese. You should use video courses like ChineseClass101.com. By the way, I'll put the link down below as well. I recommend this course for studying. This is the course I used for becoming fluent in Chinese. I started using it like 3 years ago. And this course kind of proved to be effective like if you combine it with these kind of textbooks. 360 method, but yeah, so try to interact with Chinese people as much as possible. Try to study using video courses, try to study using these kind of books, and use all the methods. There is no one way. You should use all the methods here. And tip number 3 I would give here is just don't listen to people who say, don't listen to this stupid advertisement which say that you shouldn't use traditional methods for learning Chinese. And the reason is that they just say, oh, studying using textbooks is so boring and grammar is not important, or these kind of things. Guys, it's just all a bunch of bullshit. Don't listen to these people, because you will be watching these videos for 8 hours a day and stuff like this, but you will not become fluent, you will not become professional in Chinese. And don't listen to people who say that tones are not important, that characters are not important, that writing characters is not important. Don't listen to these people, guys. These people cannot speak Chinese fluently. And when I mean because when I'm talking about being fluent, what I mean is that you can write, you can read, you can listen, you can talk. You can talk in front of the crowd of like 200, 300 people without any preparations. So this is what I call fluent level. It's not just speaking, it's listening, it's reading, it's writing, it's everything. So don't listen. And the only way you can train yourself, the only way you can study well and become fluent in all these levels is studying by using textbooks. Textbooks is the #1 way. Although I recommend the video course as well, but video course will kind of help you to improve your pronunciation, because you can just watch a bunch of videos and listen to audios and listen to pronunciation of native speakers. But don't forget about books, don't forget about finding your friend, don't forget about coming here to China, even though maybe you can just come here for like a couple months. It's still better than nothing. And guys, I decided to record this video just because one of you commented and asked these 2 questions. So what books to use, and can I start studying Chinese by myself? So that's why I decided to record this video. And I would close this video by just asking you guys to comment down below what are the problems you have with studying Chinese and any other foreign language as well. And just try to ask me anything, and your comment may be the topic of my next video. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're interested in this kind of content, consider subscribing, push the like button, push the notifications button, and as always, until next time.